What's going on, guys? Chip here. Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG online video, where today we're going to be taking a look at Lucario and Melmetal-GX. Definitely a really cool mon and something we have seen have success in the past at regional championships. I believe earlier this year getting top 16 at the Knoxville regional championships, if I'm not mistaken. But this past weekend, Malachi Sparks was able to take a Lucario and Melmetal-GX deck all the way to the finals, finishing second place in San Diego. So huge congratulations to Malachi. Getting second place at regionals is an insane accomplishment, so awesome stuff there. And yeah, we're going to dive into this list, talk about this deck, and figure out what makes it good, why people are playing it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right into things. Starting off with the Lucario itself, the 260 HP basic metal type tag team GX with 3 solid attacks. We've got the Steel Fist here for 2 colorless. Search your deck for a metal energy and attach it to this Pokemon, then shuffle your deck. Heavy Impact doing 150 for 2 metal and 2 colorless, and then Full Metal Wall GX, which is really what makes this really so good. For the rest of this game, your metal Pokemon take 30 less damage from your opponent's attacks after applying weakness and resistance. If this Pokemon has at least 1 extra energy attached to it, discard all energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. And we're definitely going to be looking to utilize this almost every game. Sometimes we don't need this extra energy requirement. Sometimes we are fine, just getting that minus 30 for the rest of the game. And yeah, we're going to be reducing damage there with this guy. We've also, of course, got the Metal Frying Pans here, reducing damage as well as removing weakness, which is going to be very key against any potential fire type matchup we could have. As you can see here, Malachi did play the Omastar with the Fossil Bind. As long as you have fewer Pokemon in play than your opponent, they can't play any item cards from their hands, so giving us this item locking option. And we can definitely combine a pretty cool turn of Fossil Bind plus Power Plant plus Reset Stamp to really limit our opponent's options and mess with what they might do, depending on kind of how their board has gotten set up. We also have the one-of copy of Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff-GX, just kind of a nice nuke that can come in and do a bunch of damage. And we can get this set up very quickly thanks to, of course, Welder, which is going to let us get 2 fire energies onto one of our Pokemon and drawing 2 energies. Now that might seem a little weird since this is a metal type attacking deck, but if you look at Steel Fist, it's 2 colorless, Heavy Impact 2 colorless, so Welder plus that fire energies actually work out pretty nicely for us, being able to provide that 2 colorless requirement on Lucario and Melmetal. And then of course Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff is all colorless for its requirements. But other than that, the deck list seems pretty straightforward to me. We've got the tag calls to get out some of these tag supporters, be it the Cynthia Caitlin or Mallow Lana, and also can find the Lucario, Melmetal, and Mega Lopunny, Jigglypuff if need be. The 4 Pokégears has become pretty standard in all these green decks. Of course, the 4 greens exploration, letting us draw 2 trainers out of our deck as long as we don't have any Pokemon with abilities in play, which we won't unless we set up the Omastar. And we have the 1 Rare Candy, 1 Pokemon Communication, and actually 2 Unidentified Fossils here. This is actually something you can utilize even if you are not necessarily going to want to set up Omastar, where you can kind of sack 2 prizes from the Fossil. Force your opponent to knock these out. This gives you time to set up, so we'll definitely be doing that at some point, I feel like. And yeah, they take a prize for it. It doesn't really count towards their end game, and it can allow us to reset stamp them to a lower hand size at the end. So there's the list. Let me know what you guys think down below. Congrats once again to Malachi. Awesome finish, and we're going to hop over and try to get a couple of wins in today's video. Hopefully, at the minimum, show off what the deck can do. Hax-O Russell here is going to be our first opponent. Did look like it could be maybe like a Reshiram Zekrom deck with the Fire, Lightning, and Dragon typing. Also, probably just Abilities Art, I guess, if I had to guess. Which can be a close matchup. Obviously, we are weak to fire, but we do have the Metal Frying Pan as a potential option for us. So, we'll just kind of see where things go from here. What are they going to get moving? And it actually looks like a Blacephalon deck. Okay. So, this is actually something that can be pretty tough to deal with because they can pretty easily manage to knock out a Lucario and Melmetal, even through the weakness and the Metal Frying Pan and the damage reduction of Full Metal Wall due to Welder, due to the charging up of Naganadel. So this is probably going to be a tough one. I Not feeling great about it, but we might be able to make something happen. I'm not going to count us out just yet. We'll have to see what kind of comes on their side of the field. We definitely could go with like a fossil route to try to buy time. There is a fire energy on the top deck. I really kind of do want to bump this stadium. I know we're not going to get the most. Ooh, we did prize a metal energy as well as a fire energy. Prizing energy is never great. We can get all of our fires out of the deck though. So I'm kind of thinking I want to go greens for Welder for sure for next turn, and then maybe a switch to get into the fossil, maybe a tag call to get another Lucario Melmetal, maybe the Metal Frying Pan is what we need to take here. It's really kind of a tough call. I think we are going to definitely Flint. We're definitely getting rid of the metal, and now it's really kind of what is the other thing we get rid of. We could play our hand down pretty low here and go for a custom catcher to draw some cards after the greens. That might be what we need to eye up. We can... Well, no, for flinting that doesn't work, actually. I think we just have to get rid of the custom, sadly. Yeah. I think that's sadly what it's got to be. Less than ideal. And now we go greens for a Welder for sure. We could also get out the Energy Spinner to get the metals out of the deck. We've got the Coronet to get back a metal, but... So I think that we probably need to get the Frying Pan. Oh, it's really kind of a tough spot. We might just go get a Cynthia and Caitlin and try to draw some cards next turn. Really not necessarily worried about the offensive as much. Let's just get a tag call. Get down a guaranteed Pokemon. Mega Lopunny and Jigglypuff's going to probably be pretty good here in this game. And it's also not weak to fire. Let's just go like this. Set this thing up to potentially attack next turn. Get this guy. We'll go ahead and throw the fossil down. I think we do just attach here for now. Not going to use full metal wall. We could be really in trouble if he does just knock us out, but... And does not put another like GX in play for the Mega Lopunny. But that could be when we try to hide behind the fossil for a little bit. Like I'm saying, I just think this is probably going to ultimately be a pretty tough matchup. Maybe we can slow him down a little bit, but no, he does get a Cherish Ball. If only this had been a Power Plant. Yeah. Let's see what else he had in his hand. Did it change? Oh, man. If only we had gotten Power Plant instead of the Coronet in our opening hand, we definitely would have been able to slow him down a lot right then. But that's okay. There is another GX, so Lopunny is going to just knock basically anything out we could go up against. So I'm feeling good about this. And he's going to use Ultra Space. Gotta think this is getting another Naganadel. I guess it could get like a Poipole or a Nag GX to Ultra Conversion away to try to draw a couple more cards still. Oh, it looks like he will just get a Naganadel GX. And probably just trade that. That's the Stinger GX one. And he is just going to get rid of it. Stinger GX could have been pretty good for him here, actually. Going a quick... I guess it would have needed to be at turn 2 Stinger. Quick Stinger to 3, and then he just needs to knock out one tag team for win. But if he doesn't knock us out here, we're actually looking okay. Yeah, and it is just going to be a Bursting Burn. If we can get a switch and knock this thing out, he doesn't have a Blound to promote. Only 5 cards. So ideal turn here, if we draw like switch plus Power Plant, that's probably pretty ideal here. No chance. Okay, but we do get a Frying Pan. And we can try for the GX here. I think that's okay. If we get it, it's really good. Tails, okay. Doesn't use our GX attack, though. As you can see, our GX marker hasn't been flipped, but we do hit ourselves. If we had gotten it off, that would have been great, obviously. I think it was worth the risk there. Let's see, what's the math? We have 30 less damage on us, 40. So we have 220 HP. So they need to discard 5 in order to knock us out through the Frying Pan with the minus 30. Now they need to discard 5 still. So it doesn't make a difference. So yeah, that makes me think it was definitely a good turn to use that. We actually can use their Heat Factory, which would be pretty great for us. And they are running through their stadiums, which I like to see because that's going to play into our end game of setting up for Stamp Plant to a low hand size. Maybe combined with Item Lock. We'll have to see. Yeah, I mean, I guess if we got Item Lock, we could potentially, if we top deck greens, we could get... No, not quite. We need Rare Candy plus a Pokemon plus Power Plant, and we could Plant Stamp Item Lock them in the same turn, because we have the communication. So I was thinking if we got greens, we could get Tag Call, but then we can't get Power Plant plus the Rare Candy with the other piece, so it doesn't quite work. So I think he does still need another energy. I think he is still short here, right? 5, 10, 15, 23. No, yeah, that gets him there, since it's the Beast Energy. Yeah. Yeah, Beast Energy gets him there. But he does have to discard all of his energies. And we, yeah, are gonna just knock him out and stamp him to 3. Oh, please let me get a Power Plant as well. Let me get a greens. I mean, yeah, it's kind of hard for his deck to play around this. Oh, and we do get the Power Plant. Okay. So let's actually start with this. Okay. Wait, do we have it? Yeah, we have it. As long as... Wait, was one of our tag calls prized? I kind of think it was. So we're not quite there. I'm pretty sure one of our tag calls was prized. That is unfortunate. The Omastar and Rare Candy are there. If we had just Cynthia and Caitlin, we actually would have maybe gotten it off of those pieces. Well, Plant Stamp is definitely happening. I guess we greens to see if we can set it up for maybe the following turn. Let's just go. If we have the other tag call, nope, it is indeed prized. Okay, that's fine. I kind of thought it was. I didn't remember for sure, though. And yeah, I think we just go Jumping Balloon, knock this out. And set up Rare Candy plus Faba doesn't do anything. We could just go get another greens, but we're probably using... I guess we maybe get second plant, replacement plant, or fossil here. We've got Switch. Mallow and Lana could be nice as well. Yeah, I think we actually take Mallow Lana, so we can heal and go into the fossil. Let's actually take double fossil. Let's do this. Okay. Sorry, game. Forgive me. I think I figured it out. So this gives us the option to switch into this, discard the fossil. Yeah, okay. To heal this Mega Lopunny. Next turn. We'll do this, I guess, in case of his own stamp. And let's just attach the metal for now. Take the knockout. This is his B-string turn, of course, but he has been planted. He does only have a 3-card hand. And I believe he did discard 1 B-string earlier. Yep, there is 1 down. He is down 3 stadiums, so maybe there is a chance he doesn't have much going on. And he does send up the Naganadel, so that might tell me his hand is not the strongest. He doesn't have any energy in the discard pile. And he's going to reset stamp us. Okay. So we can win the game by going great or custom catcher this, great or custom catcher this. Alright, if we got into... Ooh, double custom here would be so nice. Okay, we have to just Cynthia and Caitlin, though. And I think we get rid of the welder. That's actually a nice little new update with the new update that came out today, that selecting the 2 different options. I think we do just get rid of the welder here. We can get one back or get back the greens. I think greens is going to be the best take. Not quite. Okay. So they didn't do anything. I mean, they can't retreat this active right now. I think we just pass. It does give them more time, but by just passing... Yeah, I think that's actually correct. Because by just passing, he doesn't have any energy in the discard pile, so they need to find a way to retreat this, plus a way to attach and set this up to be knocked out. And then next turn, we have greens to knock this out, potentially, this turn. And I think that is what we are going to go for. Greens for custom great. And if they don't stamp us, we have game, because we knock this out, and then we knock out Dedenne. So Mega Lopunny Jigglypuff definitely putting in the work in this one. We'll use the customs now, since it is... you know, more stuff going on, and we will just go with the jumping balloon. They're letting us know we have a good deck. We'll let them know that, no sir, you are the one that has a good deck. We could have thrown down these Lucario Melmetals to thin the deck out, but that seems pretty unnecessarily risky. If they get Great Catcher stalled active, we could be in a bad spot. I guess we did have Mallow Lana, but, you know, Great Catcher plus, I mean, I don't know. If they get Replacement Stadium, Ultra Beast, and start trading away and all that stuff. But yeah, we have game. If they don't stamp us, they should know that, because we got the Great Catcher with the greens last turn. And all we need to do is knock out the Dedenne. Yep. GG. Stamp, too good. Stamp, plant, such a good combo. And jumping balloon. Taking the KO, Mega Lopunny. Putting in the most work there. And who needs Lucario when Lopuff just puts the team on its back, takes us the distance. And that's, I mean, that literally just soloed his entire deck. So we'll go ahead and hop back in and try to get another game in. And I think that's why it's good to include that card in the list. Because, you know, it just has the ability to take one-hit KOs, whereas Melmetal Lucario does not. So, looks like we are going against a Dragon, Lightning, and Psychic deck. So, this could be a Reshiram and Zekrom deck, I guess. With the Psychic types, of course, being Naganadel. So, our tools plus the GX attack are going to be pretty key in this one. We are going first, which is nice. And a pretty good opening hand, because we start Lucario, we have a metal, and we have a greens. Not too bad. So let's see what they've got in the active to start with, and it is a Poipole. So I'm gonna assume this is most likely gonna be a Reshiram Zekrom deck, based on the typings we saw beforehand. I'm just going to go ahead and start with the Pokégear, because if we get Welder, we don't have to greens for one. Yep. Perfect. Now we can greens for something else. It does stink if he does stamp us turn 1, because that's one less of those guys on the deck. But I think we just go get Tag Call plus Flint here. We do have the second Tag Call this time. Got the Omastar. Got the fossils. Yeah, looks pretty solid to me. We got the Frying Pan, attach the metal, and next turn, we're not going to play the Flint now because we don't want to have him stamp all those fires back into the deck for us, but next turn we should have a Full Metal Wall or a Heavy Impact, potentially if we draw the metal off of the Welder. So, yep, let's go ahead and just pass it over to them. We could have stamped them to -1 since we did take a mulligan. I don't think most of the time that's going to be worth it. And yep, they're going to get going right away, discarding a Fire Energy. Here comes a Treasure, and I feel like we're going to see a Reshiram and Zekrom Tag Team GX here. Let's see if I'm right. Show it to me. Let's see it. Yep, Reshiram and Zekrom Tag Team GX. Probably one of the biggest flops I've seen in a very long time. Definitely a deck people thought was going to do very well. I thought it was going to be really, really good. And it just really hasn't done very much since its release. I think it is decent and expanded, though. This looks like they're going with a Dedenne here. Treasure's probably going to just grab another Poipole most of the time here. Yep. And Dede change. No, not going to Dede change. Okay, well that leaves us an opportunity to plant them. I'm pretty sure we saw the Dedenne, right? Am I crazy? Am I remembering incorrectly? Alright, so we did get the Metal Energy, which is actually insane. We can go Heavy Impact, knock this out, and then Full Metal Wall this next turn. So we definitely Tag Call here to get this, and I guess maybe we just get a Metal Lucario to discard with the Flint. Discard that plus Stamp. I'm not sure. Do I want to knock this out, or do I want to take this turn to GX and set up a benched guy? Probably just GX and set up a benched guy, honestly. A 2 energy GX attack, yeah, I kind of think that's what we're going to do. I like this new update as well, where it asks you to confirm the 2 cards. That's definitely a nice fix in the new update that came out today. And I think we do just Welder to the bench and go for the GX attack here. I'm pretty fine with that. And if we get into a Great Catcher or another custom, then we can knock that out. And we actually do get the Power Plant, which is great. Great, great, great. So we don't even care about discarding the energy, so let's just attach a metal back here. Yep. We'll just go for that Full Metal Wall GX. Don't need that full extra effect, because of course this has no energies on it. Yep, here comes a Welder. Just 1, drawing 3. Not gonna Del. Just the benched one though. So we'll see what else they get moving. Is going to be an attach, maybe a Spit Poison. Yeah, actually it's going to be the Spit Poison here, so that'll allow a little bit of damage to actually build up. We could go get Switch and Pan. I actually don't even need Pan because he's not one-hit KOing us. Attach. He can do 270 next turn though, which is kind of a problem. Assuming he just gets an attachment. So we're definitely going greens every time. We could customs and hit this guy for 50, but that doesn't really do too much for us. Let's get a this to reduce the reduction of damage. Have those options next turn. We kind of want to draw some cards. So Cynthia and Caitlin could be an option. Welder could be okay for the active if he doesn't do anything next turn. Pan, Welder, attach, Metal, Steel Fist, sorry. We are out of energy in the deck. Let's just do this. Not really sure about this one, honestly. I think we definitely keep this in play. There is definitely a chance that he doesn't have too much going on right now because he just Weldered last turn. So we'll just pass back over to them. I really want to be the first aggressor next turn if we hopefully can, and if we get into either custom or Great Catcher, we can definitely make that happen off of this Welder. So let's see what they get here. They did put back the Dedenne, I believe, just then. And get another Reshiram and Zekrom. It actually doesn't tell you what they put back. Oh, Ends Resolve. Discarded a couple energies. as well as another Reshiram and Great Catcher, Acrobike, all things I think they would have liked to have had, but that's the downfall of Inzresolve, right? Alright, so they are bringing up their active. This is not going to knock us out. Yep. 210. And we are still short of getting knocked out by poison, which is nice. And we do get the first hit in. We actually do get a switch, so that is really good. I don't really want to welder onto this necessarily with so much damage on it, but kind of might need to let it go down, maybe. There's double custom. So I think we definitely try to preserve this from getting knocked out right away. Deny prizes as we can. We do get this thing set up, I think, here. Just go for the heavy impact. And even if he does move this to the bench, we have double customs to knock it out. I guess Mallow and Lana on his side would be pretty bad for us, but I don't think these typically are playing Mallow and Lana, and he does only have a 3-card hand, so don't know that I'm too worried about it. And it seems like he hasn't really had too much going on. He will hit us pretty hard here, but not too bad. I really would love a Mallow and Lana here. I think keeping one fully... Oh my gosh, he only did 30 to us. That is amazing. Okay. So, yeah, we just, really nothing else to do. Heavy impact. We know he doesn't have a lightning, because he would have attached it, almost certainly, last turn. And hopefully he's just going to send up one of these Poiples to try to hide for a turn. Poiple or Naganadel, something like that. Try to hide. Yeah, and it is the Poiple. Might go for Spit Poison, I guess. I could definitely see it. Here comes the charging up. And they're just going to scoop. Yeah, next turn we were going to go double customs, bring this guy up. We had Pokégear that could find us Cynthia and Caitlin or greens to try to set up for the win on the following turn with the greens for Great Catcher to rebring that up, even if he did somehow knock us out. So there's the Lucario. Congrats once again to Malachi. Awesome deck and an awesome finish. I think if I, after I've played a few games with it, I'm definitely learning how to play it a little better. I do miss like the mixed herbs combo that you had from this deck in the past, but maybe I haven't been using the unidentified fossils as well as I could have in some of my games I've played. I feel like actually sacking these to just getting knocked out while you're setting up Melmetal Lucarios is actually really good, so that could be what I'm missing. But yeah, congrats once again to Malachi. Guys, definitely check this deck out. Let me know what you think of it. Give it some games. I hope you have fun. Deck lists, as always, are in the description. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Please leave a like down below if you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe. Also, please follow me over on Twitch. I have been streaming a lot more. Twitch.tv/TrainerChip. We are just a few subs away from a brand new emote, so definitely come hang out with us at night, and feel free to sub if you feel so inclined. It shows a lot of support to me if you do that, and yeah, it means a lot. Love hanging out with you guys over there on the stream. So thanks for the support. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get out of here, guys, and until next time, take care.